I don't hold my breath, I release the truth. Every word got weight, every bar got proof. No safe opinions, no watered down talk. We illuminate past, they too scared to walk. From rumors to pain, from power to lies. We question the rules, they never revise. If silence is comfort, I break that habit. Pull truth out the dark, place it in traffic. I see the whispers behind the glass doors, while the common man bleeds on the concrete floors. They want a puppet with strings in the sky, but I'm cutting the cord and I'm looking in the eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, no dodging the heat. Real conversations over industry beats. If nobody brave enough step into it, then I grab the mic and I do it. Yeah, I'm gonna say, no dodging the heat. Real conversations over industry beats. If nobody brave enough step into it, then I grab the mic, yeah, and I do it.
Yo, how's everybody doing today? I'm in a great mood. I feel good. All praises to the Lord above. Thank you for that, heart me. I appreciate that, bestie. I appreciate it. Make sure you claim your points. Look, it's going to be an abbreviated show today. I know I'm late. I apologize. I had things to take care of before I could start the show. And I still got things to do within an hour or so. Maybe a little over. So rock with me. We're going to try to make this, we'll try to get as much in as we can. I have like 4 things, I think, 3 or 4 things that I wanted to talk about and do, but I may only do 2, and then we'll just save the rest for maybe tomorrow when we can start at our usual time. But either way, you know we're going to get some knowledge. We're going to get some work in. I want to take this moment to thank people that joined us yesterday, during yesterday's broadcast. I appreciate y'all so much. It was a great podcast. And I mean, like I said, there's times I come on here and I try to just come out here and do what I normally do and just pray that it turns out like it's going to turn out. But then y'all come through and make it even better. So those of you that was here yesterday, thank you. Whether you was up on the panel, whether you was in the live, in the chat, whether you was gifting and uplifting, whether if you was sharing and caring and tapping and clapping, I appreciate you. We had a great show, and thank you again, endlessly on that. But after the show, some things stayed with me. Some things stuck with me. And y'all know, for those who just coming in right now that wasn't present yesterday or didn't see yesterday's show, we covered a photographer who took the very last photo of the late, great, one of the GOATs in hip-hop, Tupac Shakur. He took a picture of him moments before he passed away. And so we was just listening to some audio of him and going over that. We listened to 4 pieces. There's actually another one that's out that we'll probably play today. All right, we're probably in. Matter of fact, I'm going to open up the show with that today. But I was also turning on the news, watching in the news, and I thought about something, y'all. We got the greatest country, or what's supposed to be the greatest country in the world, right? But yet we got people that's homeless on the street. And I thought about something that late, great, one of the GOATs, Mr. Tupac Shakur, said.
It's funny when it rains and pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
And then I thought about it, man. He was right. There was a while, what, was 93? And he was telling us that. And then I thought, man, people living paycheck to paycheck. Dimple Cheeks, welcome in, bestie. Okay, just listen. That's all. I won't hold you long, baby girl, I promise. She said, holla, holla, very busy morning for me. Busy morning for me, but I'm here. That's my girl. That's my sister right there. Then I went on to think about, dang, people struggling to pay rent, living paycheck to paycheck. Gas prices is high. And then I heard it again. In my head, I heard,
you know it's funny when it rains and pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
And I said, man, in 1993, he said that. And he was right. Then I thought again. I said, man, self, I'm seeing what's going on over here with Iran and isn't real and the orange colored piggy that's in office. And I said, you know what, self? When it comes to a man that's not trying to face the consequences of touching bananas and raping people that's not the age of consent, that's when
You know it's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
I said, self, you right. He said that in 1993. And he was right. Got all the money, but can't feed the poor. Andre, good morning to you, brother. People can barely pay rent, living paycheck to paycheck. Got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. And then the walls are closing in on a man who raped people that's not the age of consent, and some files been released of a man who is just completely vile. And instead of having to face the consequences of his heinous actions, he's okay with sending other people's children and loved ones over into harm's way and start a WAR as he dodged going into the military, as none of his kids have been sent over there on the front line to fight unnecessary WAR. And it came to me again, people. It hit me again. I heard this voice, and the voice told me,
It's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
shout out to you, Mr. Shakur. You was right, brother. Rest in power. Rest in power. Panda Zero, how you doing, bestie? That's what I wanted to say today. So now we're going to open up with the first segment, y'all. We're going to follow up with that part 5 that I told y'all about, where the photographer that took the famed picture, very last picture of Tupac Shakur, right there on the Vegas Strip, he took the last photo of him alive. And we listened to 4 parts of his interview. And now we're going to play part 5. Monique Black, welcome in, Bessie. She said Tupac telling secret back then. Come on through there. Come on through there, Monique. Come on through there, sister. Wasn't he? Wasn't he? I'm talking about had us right where we wanted to be. Didn't even know. He was putting us on to some stuff, y'all. Here we are 30 years later. And the things that he was saying, we seeing happen. Yeah. I know. There was other wars. WAR. I'm sorry, this platform don't like you to say that. There was other WAR, back then and stuff. But I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about right now. Sin, welcome in to hashtag. I'm gonna say it's the first round of U.S. soldiers to arrive in coffins. The cheddar color coat leader nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Do you see Eric Trump over there? Nope. Nope, I don't. You see You see Don Jr. over there? Nope, I don't. What about Tiffany? You see Tiffany over there? Nope, I don't. What about Ivanka? You see Ivanka over there? Nope, I don't. But because a man wants to create a distraction. Yeah, Barron, I forgot about him. You see Barron over there? Nope, I don't. I don't. You got a warning from already? For what? Little brother? That's all right. Tell them throw all the flags. Tell them throw all the flags, because we going to keep talking. And if it come to be we got to start our own platform or we can tell the truth on there, we'll just do that. It'll be the real True Social. How about that? I don't see any of his children over there, but yet you have the audacity. The circus-colored peanut had the audacity to get on TV and say, yeah, we might lose some lives, but that's part of WAR. But you don't send your children over there on the front line, but you're okay with other people, kids being unalive, loved ones being unalive, like Mr. Shakur told us back in 1993.
You know it's funny when it rains it pours. They got money for wars but can't feed the poor.
I'm going to let him rest. But he told us, y'all. Monique Black said he had Barry leave NYC and go to DC yesterday, wondering why. Yeah, wonder why. Sin said, thank you for being an honest creator no matter what. I appreciate you, and thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for appreciating me. I appreciate you. Big Mel said people that voted for the cheddar color coat leader should be frontline. I agree with that comment. Everybody that voted for him should be on the front line. You know, yesterday on my IG, I posted on my story, they were bringing the U.S. soldiers out of the aircraft carrier in coffins with American flags draped over it. And I captioned the picture, this is what you voted for, MAGA. So freaking annoying. Y'all want to talk about respect law enforcement officers and back the blue. But on J6, you didn't back the blue. I don't know if I'm going to get to my story today, on my show today. I'm feeling some kind of way. Hashtag, I'm going to say it. Tater, thank you for that heart, me love. I appreciate you. You didn't give a damn about the blue J6. You had those people up there at the Capitol smearing feces on the wall, talking about strange fruiting the vice president at the time. But you have the audacity that when people come together in the streets of this country and decide to stand together and look out for one another against your Gestapos label ICE, you have the audacity to call them terrorists. You have the audacity to call them thugs. You have the audacity to call them criminals. You have the audacity to keep hollering, say Lake and Riley's name. But you don't want to say nothing about the people that your Gestapos unalived in the streets of Minnesota. You don't want to say nothing about Mr. Reed being strange fruited in Mississippi. You don't want to say nothing about Mr. Basinga found strange fruited here in Marietta. Hell, you ain't even said nothing about Emmett Till. But you want to sit here and demonize immigrants, or you what you call illegal immigrants? Let you in on a secret. Your ancestors came here as immigrants. Dare I say it was illegal how they acquired the country or the land. And I'm going to hurt some of y'all's feelings. While you sitting in school and you in history class, and they want to tell you that Christopher Columbus discovered this land, it's a fairy tale. There were people already here. You can't discover something people already have acquired. And I don't care how many books you take out of the school. I don't care how many statues that you take down. I don't care how many plaques of black historical events that you take down is still the truth. Talking with JoJo, how you doing, Bessie? You can't erase it. I'm going to let you all in on another secret. And I'm only speaking to those that share this mentality. I ain't talking to my real ones that's standing right here side to side with me on this front line fighting against the narrative. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all have a seat. I got this one. I'm talking to the inbreds that voted for a 34-time convicted felon. Thank you for that rose bear talking with JoJo. I appreciate it, bestie. I'm talking to those. I'm talking to the ones that are sitting here day in and day out demonizing people of the alphabet community while breaking down the Grindr app in every city that you're holding a rally in. I'm talking about the people who sit here and act like they care about people not the age of consent while supporting one that's listed in the most heinous files ever known to man. And the things that he's done to people not the age of consent. Don't sit here and act like you care. Miss us with that bullshit. I almost cuss. God's still working on me. That's who I'm talking to. I got you, dimple cheeks. I got you. I'm going to watch it. I'm just fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with still having to point out these simple facts. These simple facts of morality. These simple facts of character that should come equipped in people. We have to sit here and debate with them and point it out to them, only for them to still act like they don't get it. But they can tell you every damn thing about Hunter Biden's laptop. They can tell you everything about Hillary's emails. Damn them emails. I don't care about Hunter getting some booty on his laptop. I don't care. Let's talk about them files. You talk about you care about those children. You care about kids so much. But you are supporting a 34-time convicted circus peanut-colored punk in the office that unalived a bunch of girls at a school by starting a WAR. All because he don't want to face the repercussions of being a Chester. Shut me down, TikTok. Shut me down. You ain't gonna shut me up. I'm just gonna create another profile. And I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. And I don't wish none of y'all maggots any bad luck at all. I just hope you get a wooden foot with 5 wooden real toes on it. That's all. That's all. I don't wish you no bad luck. I don't wish you no bad luck. That's right, Lord. You better tell them, Bessie. We'll just take it over to the tube. It don't matter. Lady Hazel said they will never accept the facts and truth, brother. They won't. They won't. But I want them to know they can praise and worship that cheddar color code leader all they want. Because my sister, it's going to come a day where they're going to have to see the real God with a capital G. Just like they're missing the fact that it already said in the good book, somebody was going to come along and start a WAR. I think we're seeing it. I think we're seeing it. And here's the thing. The fact that he's doing it just to escape from having to be incarcerated, because, yeah, he will be incarcerated for the things that he's done, the heinous, sickening, vile things that he's done. I need them to know something. He's still going to face it. There's a day. There is a time and day that's going to come that has been promised that everybody, yes, everybody, including the dirty diaper, cheddar color coat leader that they worship, everybody will confess with their tongue that Jesus is the Son of Christ. Everybody will bend the knee. And I say that to inform them that he ain't going to escape the ramifications for what he's done. He might skate here. He might skate here. He might get away with it here. Oh, but he's going to answer. He's going to answer for it. See, it said, you see the callousness of his heart? He will harm whoever to stay in power. And it's funny you bring that, not funny. I'm being totally sarcastic. It's not funny, but it's ironic, I should say. Maybe that's a better word. It's ironic that you say that, because you know why? Just yesterday evening, it came out that Jeffrey E. said this would happen in 2018. And he listed 5 countries that the cheddar color coat leader would start a WAR with. And out of the 5, Iran was one. And what did we just see the cheddar color coat leader do? That's right, dimple cheeks. You can run, but you can't hide. Lord says, I only have to answer for me, and he has to answer for him. Exactly. He's going to answer. I don't care how many red hats they buy. I don't care how many white hats with gold 47s on it that they get. I don't give a you know what. He's going to have to answer. He's going to have to answer. And the day that he does, understand, whereas his followers think that he's they think so highly of him. They are out buying Bibles that he has defamed. Hey, sis, I'm supposed to get to the show, but I'm on one. But it's all facts. Hashtag I'm going to say it. They think he is the Messiah. Boy, if they only knew. You know, in the great book, it often talks about the mark of the beast, too. And I'm starting to think that red hat might just be the mark, y'all. That might just be the mark. I'm gonna get on. I know I gotta go. Now I want to get this show in. But I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, and I stand 10 toes down on it. Hashtag I'm gonna say it ain't just a hot slogan for a podcast. It's a way of life. Shout out to everybody that's got their shirts. Put that, I was about to say, put it like this. Put that MF on and rock it right now. Hashtag I'm going to say it. When you go to the grocery store today, wear your hashtag I'm going to say a shirt. Let them know you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, and you stand 10 toes down on it. We don't care who it offends. Hey, baby girl, how you doing? We don't care how they feel about it. Lori said, mine's is going to Arkansas. Baby, she said, we taking it on the road. We taking this crusade on the road. Hashtag, I'm going to say it. That's what we talking about. That's what, salute to you and Reaper, Lori. That's what I'm talking about. We either gonna ride rough, or roll over. And I ain't got no plans on rolling over. I'm not finna do that. I've been known to have a big mouth. I might as well use it for something good. So we gonna talk about some real stuff, man. We're gonna keep it real spill in here and on this podcast. I'm bothered, y'all. I'm upset. I'm upset that this dude gets to go over here and cause. I mean, these are young. I'm gonna tell y'all what really got me. I'm gonna tell you what really. I can't remember who it was. I want to say it's Chrissy, but I'm not sure. But they sent me a live. They referred a live to me yesterday, and it was Al Jazeera. And Lady Hazel said, "I agree with you, my girl. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's straight facts." My little brother saying, "You have every right to be upset, big brother. We all are. Absolutely. It makes no sense. You go over there, man. This guy, y'all. This guy, he was crying on Al Jazeera News. That's why I like watching them. I think all news outlets should be like Al Jazeera. They don't sugarcoat, cut, fade to, blur out anything. They show you the real. I think we need that here. But the man, and I don't know, he don't know who it was neither. Angie B, thank you for that heartbeat, baby. How you doing? He had a hand, y'all. A hand. And it was cut off. It was detached, like right below the wrist. Right above the wrist. But it was a hand. He had it in this, he's holding it like this. And it's from one of the school children that was unalived in an airstrike. And he's crying and he's holding the hand and he's saying, this is at least got to be 7 to 8 years old. This little hand right here, he's crying. What are we doing? Those kids ain't have nothing to do with nothing. But all because a man don't want to go to prison like he should for the things that he's done. And I just say the things that he's done, and I can't even get into detail the things that he's done. If I could do that, I would rather bring it to you that way. But just know, sexual assault to people not the age of consent, you know what that means. Allegedly unaliving people not the age of consent, you know what that means. And I'm sure it gets worse. Jenny said BB's puppet. Yeah. I mean, if you go and you pay attention to what was released yesterday that Jeffrey E. said in 2018 about the cheddar color cult leader, it's the very same thing that's happening right now. In fact, the only thing that spoke to me more is that it seems like the cheddar color cult leader wanted to be Jeffrey E. Seems like Jeffrey E. was trying to put this plan in place. But just so happened, he somehow passed away while he was locked up. And somebody of a nectarine color happened to be president when this happened. Honoré, 6 so far. That's soldiers? My sister, they won't even tell us how many service members we lost. Okay, he said 6. See what I'm saying? So now we got 6 individual families that is now having to live with a void for no reason. A painful void for no reason. I don't know if I'm going to get to my show today, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Sorry. Some things just need to be talked about. Like I say, it's food for thought. You do the dishes. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Yet, you have an administration. We have a whole fan base of his that are running around the inbred itself talking about, we want justice. We want all the crime rates to go down. Well, if you want the crime rates to go down, I know where you can start to cut down on 34 of them. So don't act like that's what it's about. I got more respect for you if you come out and just say you want the country to be all white team. Shout out to my people that ain't afraid to mix races. Shout out to my people that don't think that way. Shout out to my people that believe in unity. You know, I often sit here and say, before that the Dems is what we need. Well, they're better a little, but let me tell you something. Can I be honest? I'm giving the Dems a middle finger too. It's only a select few of them that I rock with and believe. And the reason why I feel that way is because I feel like they're not going hard enough. You can look at my forehead and you see all them scars and you know I like to get extreme. And I don't feel like they're extreme enough. I think they care more about those people that's funding them and investing money in them than they do in solving the problem. I got an issue with that. I have a legit issue with that. I don't care. Why are we sitting here having to pass bills and get this approved and get that approved and this, that, and the third when we got in black and white in files? What and some, and understand when I say black and white in files, some of those files are blackened more than what they're supposed to be because somebody is trying to hide something. I'll let you guess who's the one that's trying to hide something. My sister said we get back in power, we have to hold them accountable. Yeah, and I don't mean no playing around with it. I don't mean no playing no footsie with it. My little brother said, I'm too petty for that type of work. Laughing hey, I ain't mad. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I'm just saying, why are we doing this? What bills got to be passed? Okay, by show of hands, you could just put the little hand raising emoji in there if you have. But by show of hands, who has seen any bill pass for you to have in order to go and arrest somebody that you know committed a crime? These are laws that was already in place and they implemented them. Let's face it. Let's call a spade a spade. They put the laws in place way back when. They put the laws in place to make it harder for minorities. And so they could win. So they would have the leg up on things. Not all. Y'all come on. Hey, chill out. Not all, just some. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I've already told you that. So they've already designed the game, the rules of the games, to favor them, to curry them so they could get ahead, so they can get leeway, so they can have the advantage. So now when one of theirs is in trouble, and no, hold on, you gotta have a bill. Hold up. We gotta talk about this. We need to reconvene in Congress and we need to talk about this. Okay, let's call a meeting for this particular bill so this person, the cheddar color coat leader, can stand in front of us for his crimes. No, everybody go home. We're closing Congress. But yet you can tell me all about George Floyd taking a Jolly Rancher when he was in second grade. You can tell me all about that. Oh, he is such a bad man. He passed a fake $20 bill. What? So let me get this straight. He's a criminal. He's a thug because he passed a fake $20 bill. He's a criminal He's a thug because when he was in second grade, he stole that peach or green apple colored Jolly Rancher. And they didn't say that, y'all. It's just two of my favorites. He stole those Jolly Ranchers. But a man who's a Chester and unalive people that's not the age of consent, you saying he's not a criminal? What are we doing? Everybody that moves or that's a part of moving the goalposts when it comes to the cheddar color coat leader having to face his consequences, they deserve to be locked up with him. Whether they touched a person of not the age of consent or not, they deserve to go to prison with him because you're sitting here and you're aiding and abetting. And I know that gets you locked up because I did it in the 5th grade. Not 5th grade. Sorry, when I was 15. It was some friends of mine that ran away. I let them spend the night at the house. Yeah. The police came and asked if I knew where they was. I said no. And I was hiding. So I know you go to jail for it. So since you were sitting here trying to cover up for a person we know committed crimes of this magnitude, yeah, they all need to go too. They all need to go too. And as a matter of fact, those that was pardoned from the J6, since they've been out, majority of them have committed sexual offense against people not the age of consent anywhere. Go ahead and lock them back up too. So if we take over, to my sister's point, we take over, and we get DMs in the house. And listen, if you not going all out, I don't want you in there. I don't want you in there. There's no reason for you to be in there. Michelle Obama, shout out to you. But you said when they go high, we go low. No, forget that. When they go low, we go lower. We gonna beat them at their own game. Because they wouldn't have no problem beating us. That's it. That's the end of it. It's not no game. They had no problem beating us. Look what happened in Minnesota. Y'all unalived a man because he was helping a woman up that was just pushed by a man. Where's that man's mama at? And how did she raise him that it was okay to put his hands on a woman? And the same party that y'all supposed to be talking about some family values, Christian values, y'all was okay with it. Y'all were okay with watching that man brutally push that woman down on the ground. And then you savagely unalived the man that helped her up. I'll stop. No, I won't. And then you take the Reed, Mr. Reed, you take Mr. What's his name? Was it Mr. Porter? Was it Mr. Porter in California? Somebody get me a name on that. The first one. He don't really get talked about that much. I think his last name is Porter. Is it Keith Porter? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Honore. Thank you, bro. Honore, that's what I'm talking about. You don't say nothing about that. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all are okay with that. As a matter of fact, while we're talking about Mr. Porter, I want to raise a challenge to my other fellow content creators that like to tell the truth. I humbly request that you all, when you talk about Miss Good, when you talk about Mr. Preddy, let's make sure we add Keith Porter in there too, Mr. Keith Porter Jr. Let's make sure we add him in there too. Oh, my sister said Dr. Linda Davis as well, and let's add her in there too. You see that right there? That right there shows you the very fabric of our country. Do you notice? Have you noticed how those two people, and understand when I say this, I am in no shape, form, or fashion trying to disrespect Ms. Good or Mr. Preddy. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying, did you take how the media put their unaliving on TV and blast it out on social media and make sure the world knows about that? but people hardly even know about Key Porter Jr. Do you know that, you know, it was okay for our local news down here stations to talk about these teenagers that took over the Battery Entertainment District over by the Braves Stadium? Do you know it was okay? They put that all on the news, all news outlet, local news outlet, mainstream local news outlet. They had no problem putting that out on a news broadcast. But only one mentioned Kyle Basinga. They didn't deem that newsworthy. So I have a question. Hold on. Seeing it says our black brothers and sisters are just as precious as Renee and Alex. That part, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it must have been commonplace. That's the only thing I could think. They must have thought it was commonplace for a young BLK man to be strange fruited in a park. Because somehow or another, it wasn't newsworthy. It didn't become newsworthy until me and my fellow New Order Nation of National Human Rights Organization decide to put that pressure on you. And as my homeboys from Louisiana say, I'm hot on you. We not done? What, you thought the prayer vigil was it? What, you thought the meeting at the city commissioner's office was it? No, baby, we hot on you. We hot on you, baby. You see, somebody that's mom and dad got they son was out there. They son was out there. And yeah, I get what you say. Nah, I get everything you saying. I get everything you saying as far as, he purchased the rope and this, that, and I got all of that. I'm just not buying it. I hear what you're saying. It's not falling for it. And even if he did, he still deserved notoriety. It still needed to be brought to everyone's attention. But you didn't deem that necessary. Hey, baby, my firstborn in here, y'all. XOXO, Queen K, XOXO. Y'all go and follow my baby. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. How you doing, beautiful? I love you, baby. But you see, it was okay to put on the news a bunch of BLK teenagers being bad in this entertainment district. It was okay to put them on it this past weekend when it took place on the Beltline. It's okay to talk about that. That's newsworthy, man. But a 21-year-old Georgia State student that's smart, knew his rights, was found strange fruited in a city park. And that ain't newsworthy? Y'all all deserve to be tied to a fence and butt humped by a bull. It's the ultimate disrespect. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I got about 15 more minutes. Y'all want to do a segment or y'all want to just end it right here? I'm sorry I got on my rant, but that needed to be brought out, y'all. We sitting here playing games. And Honore just let us know there's 6 respective families who no longer have their loved ones for no reason other than the fact that a man does not want to go to prison and be held accountable for what he done to children. How do you express? Listen, I'm for everybody. I'm for everybody. So when I hear or when you hear me bring up Lake and Riley, all respect to Lake and Riley's family. I lost my child so I can understand what you're going through, and I sympathize for you. But here's what I don't like. I don't like a party trying to use her unaliving to demonize immigrants. If you're going to do that, if you're going to say that these people are wrong, cover everything. So I have a problem when I come and say, he says, you do you, we here. Okay, my dude, I appreciate that, Honore. Thank you, brother. I have a problem with hearing, say her name, Laken Riley. Say her name, Laken Riley. Say her name, Laken Riley. But you don't say shit about Molly Tibbetts in Iowa that was killed in the same manner. That lets me know you really don't, Lord, forgive my mouth. You really don't give a fuck about this shit. You don't care. You don't care. You just want to demonize people. Any other race or minority, you just want to demonize. You don't even stop to think that these people contribute to about 91% of taxes paid each year into our country. So what that tells me is that they try to go to work and make a better living. But you don't say nothing about a cheddar color coat leader to do everything he can to not relinquish his tax information. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Okay, I will. Definitely will. SB. Let me write that down, little brother. You know how my head get, man. I be mad and then be done forgot. Hold on. Give me some paper. All right, you said GA bill. You said it is SB 74. All right, I got you. I definitely will. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I believe, and this is just my opinion. It ain't facts. Well, I mean, you know, at least they say it's not. I wouldn't be surprised. I think his first wife, whose grave is on his golf course, I think he unalived her. My opinion, TikTok. That's my First Amendment right. I know y'all get mad at people that know their rights. I think he unalived her. And I think he buried her on his golf course for tax leniency. Right, sis? Lake Michigan. Let's talk about Lake Michigan. Y'all don't find that? No kind of crime in that? Y'all don't see. I mean, you've been told. Oh, but y'all all about making this country better and making America great. When was America great? When was it great? Let us know that. Somebody got me. I know somebody got me. Do me a favor. Put the year that America was great. We might have had some good times, better times than other times. But America could never have been great, especially not after that Middle Passage. I don't think it could ever be great. You see, it was designed for one race. It was designed for one type of people, a certain type of people, off the back and labor of others. And while we giving out flowers, I want to give out flowers to those people who risk their lives to help people on the Underground Railroad too. You see, that's something that bothers me too on other people's platforms that I be checking in on and being, just tuning in and supporting. I dislike platforms that talk down about YT people. You see, when that happens, I feel as if it's the pot calling the kettle black. I feel like, how can you sit here and say you working for equality when you are doing the very same thing that those people do? So I want to say, when I speak of this, and when I'm talking like this, I'm strictly talking about the YT people that are a part of the oppression. that does not include all white people. I missed it. I came in late, sis. I caught y'all talking about it, but I missed it. I know she said something to David or something, but I missed it. I didn't get to see him come in. So that's why when I'm out and about and I see those same people with their little Make America Great Again hats on and they American Eagle, American flag, cheddar color coat leader t-shirt on, that's why I happily kiss my white wife. Yeah, be mad. I don't care. We don't care. Because the one thing we are is happy where we are. You can't be happy because you support a guy who's a Chester. That's got to be hard pressed. That's got to be very hard. And then you got little Mike Grinder. What's his name? What's the dude's name? The little guy that kisses the cheddar color coat leader's butt all the time, and he comes on TV. Yeah, I'm just gonna close my computer, y'all. We ain't gonna even do no show today. We going somewhere else. Shout out to you, Pac. But we going somewhere else today. Mike Johnson, that's his name. Mike Johnson. Check this out. Y'all let me know. Do you find it weird? Okay, hold on. Baby, you still in here? My daughter, you still in here? Kirsten. See if my baby's still in here. I want to ask her a question. Y'all, I want y'all to answer too. Okay, she in here. Baby, let me ask, because you my daughter. You my daughter, right? So I need, do you think it would be weird if I came to you, had this big ball or event for you, like a what's it called? Like a what y'all call that? Quinceañera? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like something like that. If I had this event type like that, an event for you, give you a ring on your finger. That's it. Okay, thank you, brother. Give you a ring, put it on your finger, and say that, yeah, dimple cheek. That's what I'm talking about. Sweet 16. There you go, Jenny. Yep. Put a ring on your finger, baby, and say your virginity is mine until I approve of you giving it up. And I mean, I'm down on one knee, putting a ring on your finger as if I'm proposing to you. Would you find that weird? Be honest, baby. You ain't gonna get in trouble. Be honest. Would you find that weird? Everybody else in here, would you find that weird? My baby say, yes, that's very weird. You see what I'm saying? But this is, hey, Lori said I do. Jenny said, and they were dressed in wedding clothes too. They were. Y'all, if we lying, we flying. Go and look it up yourself. Tater said, yes. My little brother said a lot more than weird. I agree. Christy said, yes, I do also. Think about it. And this is the thing that they support, y'all. They support this. Jenny said, our German documentary. They support this, y'all. Debutante balls leave me suspect too. That's what Dimple Cheek said. See? No longer can we keep allowing this party to pass. No longer can we do that. Now we have, like I said before, now we got 6 respective families whose loved one took an oath to serve and protect our country, y'all, so that you and I would have freedom and liberties that we are entitled to, or that is our right to have. They done that. And a clay-colored, dirty diaper dictator who is now afraid because every one of his darkest, demented deeds are coming to light, decided to partner up with isn't real. Isn't that what you say it is? What we call it isn't real. Decided to partner up with them, do an airstrike, and how ironic, y'all, that it hit a school of girls. And I think the last time I saw it was checked, it was like 75 of them that died. Still hurting kids. And then you got Lindsey Graham's boss hog blubberneck ass up there on TV. I think the president did a great job. I think he's doing really good. I think, well, they didn't do, Biden didn't do it. And I mean, shut your ass up. I agree. It was Eric Benet. Shout out to you, Eric Benet. I love your post, brother. I love everything you put on. But Eric Benet and your songs. You got some great songs. He made a post and it said, we should not have old YT men as presidents anymore or in government. I think that is the most appropriate statement ever. Why do I say that? Well, think about it. Out of 47 presidents, we've only had one that I know of since I was born. One that was black. We've had a couple that were okay. But the rest has literally screwed our country with no lube. No KY, no move, no baby oil. They ain't no Diddy. Ain't even use baby oil. They screwed our country. And so clearly they don't know what they're doing. So here's what I think. We've already had a minority. We had a BLK president. Great. It was only one out of 47. But, okay, we had one. Again, I've said this before, and I stand on it. I think it's time for our country to try out having a woman as a president. Why do I say that? Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that, baby. Why do I say that? Women know how to prioritize and organize. Women possess a discernment in them. Most of them have a discernment. Yeah, I agree with you on that, sis. I agree with you on that all the way. Jasmine Crockett is good. Most of them possess a discernment within them, and I don't know if it comes from the fact that they're nourishing because their mothers and stuff like that. Yeah, Kamala was the one. She told. I mean, look, listen. You can go back and play some of her rallies and what she said, and she told you what was gonna happen if this dude got in the office. I know. I was at one of the rallies. I was there. Here in Atlanta, I was there. I listened. I saw. Same place. Listen. I cannot tell you how much of a family cookout her rally was. Of different colors, y'all. Different hues. Dimple Cheek says the government is one big frat house. No lies detected. They all work together. So I think that's what we need in office. And I get it. Y'all say, well, the women can't be tough enough. They wouldn't know how to handle issues when it came to dealing with the foreign countries. Not so fast, Cletus. Hold on. Let me get if you watch College Game Day, let me get my Lee Corso. Not so fast, sweetheart. No. How dare you say you don't think that that a woman would be strong enough or tough enough to handle foreign policies and delegating with foreign leaders and stuff like that? How dare you say they're not tough enough? Do I need to remind you that they can allow another life to grow inside of them and push it out? Let's be honest with ourselves, men. Come on, gentlemen. Be honest. If the roles were reversed and God made it to where we could get pregnant if we had sexual relationships with a woman, it'd be a lot of virgins in here, wouldn't it? Because ain't no way in the world we pushing no full-grown baby out of that little hole down there. Forget about it. So how dare you sit here and say they're not strong enough? Let me now to my YT people. My sister said we bleed for a week as well. Once a month. Week of blood, just go out there. I think they can handle the battle. I think they can be good on the battlefield. I mean, they can bleed for a week and not, look, we get mad, we can't play our video game. You see what I'm saying? And so now, saying that a woman isn't good enough, now let's go a little deeper. And I got about 5 minutes, y'all, and then I gotta go. Let's go a little deeper than that. To say that a BLK woman wasn't good enough for that position, and I'm speaking about Kamala right now, wasn't good enough for that position, although she has all of the qualifications ever needed to hold the position, a lot more than the concept, cheddar color coat leader, dirty diaper dictator wannabe in there now. But how dare you say she's not good enough? But y'all ancestors felt that a BLK woman was good enough to go and create a baby with, and even have her come in, and if she's working in the house, feeds the YT baby breast milk from her. It was good. Y'all was straight. That was okay. She was good enough for that. This world is racist. And the people in this administration is racist. It ain't got nothing to do with trying to make this a better place. It's about making this a more profitable place for them. It's about protecting those government leaders and officials in other countries that they buddy with. They're trying to run our country like it's their own country club, y'all. And so, with that being said, before I close out the show, again, I want to say thank you to all of you that are not that way. Thank you to all of you that said, you know what? Hey, I'm not BLK, but I'm willing to stand by and do what's right. Shout out to Lori. Shout out to Jenny. Shout out to Reaper. Shout out to Dimple Cheek. Shout out to everybody. Everybody. I'm not missing nobody that thinks that way. I'm talking to you. I'm saying thank you. I'm saying thank you because it takes people like you all, to actually sit here, listen, identify, and want to make better. Want to make this place better. You don't sit there and worry about, well, I wonder what so-and-so is going to think about me. I wonder how I'm going to look to people on social media. I wonder how many friends am I going to lose if I say this, if I say this out loud. Hashtag I'm going to say it, motherfucker. That's what we talking about. If you don't like us, we don't give a damn. Fuck you and 4 motherfuckers that look like you. We going to stand for what's right. So I salute you all for that. Thank you, unconditionally. We're going to close out the show with my little brother's theme song. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and allowing me to get that off my chest. But I hope if it's somebody who didn't share that kind of mind frame, that we welcomes you to doing so now, that you are changing your mind on that. Because we need more of you on the battlefield. Behind vacant eyes. Hot song, little brother.
They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it. From the halls of power to the gossip in the street, the addictions that bind us, the bitter defeat, the cracks in the foundation, the violence unseen, behind the closed doors, the suffering keen. Every single day, the same damn old fight, ignoring the darkness, pretending it's light. And this pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it. Can you feel it now? The tension in the air, the weight of the world, a burden to bear. But we can't stay silent, we can't look away. Gotta find a new voice, gotta find a new day. I'm about to say it,